This is an R Media podcast.
I was walking down the body wash aisle.
Yeah.
It was just like a sea of like kind of black, white, beige, really just neutral coloured bottles, pump bottles. The aisle just looked really tired and boring. It sort of just dawned on me that no one has ever tried to make body wash aspirational, and certainly no one's tried to make it innovative.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where it started.
I'm Elle Lovelock, Editor-in-Chief of Home Beautiful. Welcome to The Edit, where we bring you into beautiful homes with the people who create them. Today, we're heading inside the home of Lizzie Binks. She's the founder of Sundae Body and someone who had a fairly unconventional idea to put shower foam into a whipped cream can, which then turned into a multi-million-dollar brand. 6 years later, she's still on her mission to bring moments of joy to otherwise boring daily routines. Lizzie introduces us to scent stacking, her dog Otis, and how she bookends every day. Let's get into the chat. Lizzie Binks, welcome to The Edit. It's so lovely to have you here.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
I have to say, you have the best name.
Lizzie?
Yeah, but your full name is just, it's such a strong name.
It's unique, that's for sure. Lizzie Binks. I used to get called Jar Jar Binks in school growing up. I didn't quite like it then, but I've grown to love it.
Love a nickname.
Sometimes.
Where did you grow up?
So I was born in Melbourne, did a little bit of primary schooling here in Sydney, and then moved back to Melbourne for the rest of my schooling. So a bit of Melbourne, Sydney, also a little bit of Singapore. I'm half Singaporean, so spent a lot of time in Singapore growing up.
Oh, I love Singapore.
The Hainanese chicken rice there is my favourite meal in the whole world.
Oh my gosh. Do you ever make it, or do you think just don't bother, just buy the good stuff?
Yeah, you don't want to ruin a good thing by getting involved. So no, I just buy it, but I love it. And it's funny because, it's essentially just chicken and rice.
Yeah.
But it is so delicious. Like they put in a broth and it's like got all these amazing flavours, but it is just really simple. It's just chicken and rice.
Did you travel a lot when you were a kid, or was it just moving around with the family?
Travelled a lot as a kid, just with the family, obviously.
Yeah.
So Dad's work took us mainly around Asia.
Yeah.
And then, Melbourne and Sydney.
So we were talking before about travelling for work. You travel a lot for your work, but you're saying you put boundaries around it now.
Yeah, I had to. The first year that we launched into the UK, I went to the UK 5 times that year, and my sleep took a real hit because of it. So I actually couldn't get my sleep right for about a year and a half after my last trip.
You're kidding.
Yeah, so I love traveling and I'm so lucky to be able to do it for work, but I've had to just learn to say no a little bit more. Otherwise, it's your sleep and your routine. I'm a very big routine person, so when that's out of whack, everything feels a little bit chaotic.
Tell me about your routine. What does a typical daily routine look like for you?
So every day is so different.
Yeah.
So obviously with the team, I'm across sales, operations, marketing, product development. So there's a lot that happens within my day, and no 2 days are the same. So one day could be really supply chain heavy. The next day could be really creative and we're brainstorming really fun marketing campaigns or product development ideas. So the days vary so much. So my routine, it's really important that the start of my day and the end of my day is really consistent.
Yeah.
Because it's the only way to sort of create calm within the chaos.
Yeah.
The morning will kind of look like Pilates without fail every morning.
Yeah.
Walk the dog, take the dog to the dog park, and then I'll go and do my day.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, again, dog park. And then I just go home, and that routine it's pretty the same day in, day out.
Yeah. It helps ground the day.
It does. Yeah.
What's your dog's name?
Otis.
Otis.
Yeah, he's a groodle.
Oh, I love a groodle. How long have you had Otis?
So I've had Otis for almost 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got him right just after we launched Sundae.
Yeah.
So that was really fun to have basically a baby business and a puppy.
Oh my gosh,
all in
you
the
would have been
same year.
busy.
There was not a lot of sleep over those first few months. We tried crate training him.
Yeah.
And that didn't go too well because it's so hard when they're like a puppy and they're in the crate.
They're so cute.
Yeah, and so I just would always pick him up, which is what you're not meant to do when you're crate training. But he turned out okay.
And so did your business. It is phenomenal worldwide.
Yeah, we're in 14 countries and in just over 10,000 doors now globally, which is...
How does that feel?
Unreal. Like it's still like when I say it doesn't feel quite real.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like I'm just saying the words. I don't know if it's ever really landed properly, but no, it's been a lot of fun.
Take us back to the very beginning. Do you remember where you were when you first got the idea?
So it was COVID.
Yeah.
Sundae was a little COVID baby, and essentially at that time, I think on average, they did a study. It was like Australians were going to the supermarkets at least 3 times a week during that period because there was nothing else to do. We were in lockdown.
It was the highlight of our week.
Yeah, it was the only place you could go. And I just remember at the time, there was a lot of innovation and a lot of cool things that brands were doing in skincare, hair care. I remember scrolling my feed once and I saw a boob mask.
What?
What? And I was like, there is so much happening. And I remember being in the supermarket and there was I was walking down the body wash aisle.
Yeah.
And I really remember this quite vividly because it was just like a sea of like kind of black, white, beige, really just neutral coloured bottles, pump bottles. So not only was there no colour, which I know I'm wearing brown today, but I love colour.
Yeah.
There was no colour. There was certainly no innovation in anything in that aisle.
Yeah.
And the aisle just looked really tired and boring and kind of that combined with what I was seeing online in other categories and all the kind of fun, innovative products that were coming out at the time, it sort of just dawned on me that no one has ever tried to make body wash aspirational and certainly no one's tried to make it innovative.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where it started. And from there, like I kind of realised that, it wasn't just body wash that was tired as a category, it was body care.
Yeah.
And, this was more than 6 years ago now. We've been alive, breathing for 6 years, but it was about 2 years of ideation and creating before that. So this was a long time ago, and I think the category is very, very saturated and there's a lot of innovation and a lot of colour, certainly a lot of colour in the category now, but back then there wasn't. And so it just felt like an opportunity that I couldn't pass up on.
Definitely, particularly at a time where people were maybe feeling a little low or needing that boost of joy in the everyday. And that's something that I think you've spoken about before, the joy in
the everyday.
The everyday.
Yeah, I think that is our whole purpose it's really simple. It's 2 words, to ignite joy. And I've personally always had a particular passion in the emotion of joy.
Yeah.
I think it's something that, we often think that we can save it away for special occasions or on the weekend, but I've always felt like there was something in creating moments of joy in your daily routines, in your everyday.
Yeah.
And that kind of is how I built Sundae, is based on that premise. Why should, we save joy in this, kind of bottom drawer that we only open on special occasions or on weekends. And that was kind of the whole premise, is like, let's just bring joy back into the everyday, mundane moments. If you've got to do it every day, we say this all the time, if you have to do it every day, you might as well enjoy it. So that's kind of how the whole brand was created.
Besides Sundae, what else do you do to bring moments of joy throughout your day?
So I do quite a lot, actually.
Tell us.
It's in various forms. So I think we spoke about the dog park in the morning and in the afternoon. That is a really nice little joyful bookend to the day. But it could be something just as simple as, obviously I'm on this Home Beautiful podcast and I came in and everything is just so styled so beautifully. But for me, it's like the pink KitchenAid that's in my kitchen, and it's just creating, whether it's like permanent fixtures in your home, items that remind you of a memory. Even in my car, like I'll have a little note that a friend wrote me. And so it's kind of just these little joyful things that mean a lot to me that I kind of place throughout my day. I think at my work desk at the office, I've got this little squishy, it's so random, but this little squishy, like it's kind of like a gummy. I think it's like a sensorial kind of bear thing. And I was given that, my friend gave me that. So I put that there. It's just like, I don't know, it's just kind of creating joy out of, really little things.
Absolutely. Well, let's go into your home. If we were to come over and come to your front door and you greet us, what's the first thing we would see?
You'd see my dog, Otis. And he's the little security guard to my home. And it's funny, I was this dog, gosh, he brings me so much joy. And I often say, like, my house was just a house, but when I got Otis, it became a home. So you'll see my dog, and then you'll see my hallway, which basically has these two really oversized pieces of art. I really love homewares and I love styling. It's like a bit of a side passion to mine.
So do we.
So they're from the Cool Hunter, and they're one's of a basketball court and the other's a tennis court. And then I actually added a little piece this week, which was, I think it's meant to be a bench, but it's wavy and it's
cool.
Really cool. So probably not that comfortable to sit on.
But you're in the hallway.
And so you'll see that. And then you'll kind of walk in. I have a view of the water. I'm very lucky. I'm right on the water. And my living room looks out onto the water. In that living room / kitchen dining area, you just see a lot of colour. There's a lot of colour.
Do you have a palette you try to pull it into, or is it just total rainbow?
No, I do try and pull it into a palette.
No judgment here. If you want to live the rainbow, that's great.
It's funny because the office is like, I often say when people come to the office for the first time, it's like a rainbow threw up on the office because it is just colour and it's not cohesive. It is just a lot of colour, whereas my home is, it has colour throughout, but I kind of try and stick to the reds, the purples, the browns, the kind of more calming tones. And so that's a stark contrast to the office, which is like very energetic, very colourful. So try and stick to a theme, but obviously if I see like a beautiful pink lamp or a pink KitchenAid, I can't help myself.
Absolutely. So beyond the hallway, you've got the living room. Is it open plan?
It's all open plan. So to the left, you've got the living area, and I actually just got this, which I'm totally going to talk about because I love it. And I mostly love it because of the name of it. It's this armchair, and it's from RJ Living. It's red. And it's called the Mellow armchair, which I love. And you honestly sit in it and you look like you're being engulfed in this armchair. So that's like my favourite piece in there.
That's exactly what you want from an armchair.
Yes, exactly. And don't get me wrong, I've made mistakes with armchairs before, but in terms
like
of just
what?
Well, you just like chase the really aesthetic.
Yeah.
You know, what looks really good. You might see it on socials or Pinterest. And I got these 2 leather armchairs and I think I had them for about 4 years and I sat on them twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How come?
Well, they just weren't that comfortable and they were a little boring, to be honest. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. But so that's kind of to the left, and then the right is the kitchen. And then it's kind of the dining area in front of the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then it's glass kind of walls. No, it's like glass windows.
Yeah.
And then that kind of just looks out onto the bay, which is really beautiful.
Stunning.
Yeah. And then I've created little moments outside, like to the left of the outside area is a fireplace with some chairs, and then to the right is the more like outside dining barbecue.
How good is an outdoor room?
It's great.
How much fun is Lizzie? Coming up, we talk about her experience baking that iconic Women's Weekly duck cake.
I love entertaining. So
How do you like to entertain? What's your style?
well, it's usually a barbecue.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, I don't know, I really admire people that can put on the most like amazing spread of food, but I'm just not that person. I'm more about like get people around, get a few sausages on the barbecue, some bread, and it's just more about the people and us having a good time together rather than the food. I love eating food, but I'm not like the best cook. So it's very simple.
Yeah. How about dessert? Because your whole product is based around deliciousness. What do you do for sweets?
So I am a baker. It's something that I've always had a little passion for.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it was funny when I walked in here, the Women's Weekly duck cake is in your reception area.
Yeah.
So I made that a few months ago for a birthday.
You are a brave woman. That is the hardest one to make.
It was challenging. So I made that, had a barbecue for, it was my partner's birthday, had a barbecue, had everyone around, made the duck cake in the morning, should have started it the night before because it was so much harder than I thought it would be.
Stressful.
Yeah, there's a lot of bits to it.
So many.
Yeah, so yes, baking is a passion of mine. I love the challenge, and I love following the recipes, and I really enjoy that. I think you find two types of people: people that hate recipes and they just can wing it in the pantry. I'm not one of those people. And then there's me who...
You like the precision.
Yes, I cross every T, dot every I, and measure everything perfectly. That's my jam.
I have to ask, how did you feel cutting into the duck cake after taking such time to create it? What was that like?
It felt a little wrong, to be honest. And I actually asked even my partner whose birthday it was, I asked him to just work around the head because I couldn't quite wrap my head around cutting through the head because the head was the hardest part.
Yeah.
Placing the popcorn hairs on, and then the eyes, which were Smarties, but you've got licorice strips.
Yeah.
That was really hard to cut the strips
was it?
and then form the eye outline. So anyway, the head eventually got eaten, but it was.
That is so funny. Are we going to see you on Bake Off anytime soon?
Oh my gosh, no! I after the duck cake experience, I've taken a bit of a step back from the complex baking.
Are you a TV watcher?
Not a lot. No, I don't watch a lot of TV.
And is that because you don't have time, or it's just not your thing?
I think when I get home from work, I mean, that's what people usually watch TV when they get home from work.
Yeah.
I really like listening to music and just winding down.
What do you listen to?
I listen to quite a lot of different things, but right now I'm into like American country, like Zach Bryan.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's kind of just a bit of a ritual. I try not to like be too stimulated at night, and I get really into TV shows, and then I watch the next episode and the next, and then next thing it's 1 a.m. So
it's risky.
It's
high risk activity.
Very. I live a very fast life.
So talk to me about your fast life and how you prioritize, because you run a business and it's grown so quickly. I mean, it probably feels like a long time to you, but 6 years is a relatively short time. And like you said, you're in so many countries worldwide. How do you prioritize what you have to do and structure your whole day?
I wouldn't say I've nailed it, or I can't tell. I probably can't.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. But I think something that's really helped me is like time blocking. So I think when you run a business and when you are across many departments, it is really helpful to time block. And so you're not context switching all the time.
Yeah.
I find context switching is probably one of the most exhausting things I can do for myself, in terms of if I'm jumping from one meeting about marketing to another meeting about, forecasting and budgets. I find the switch from the creative to the to the more financial brain really challenging. So what I'll usually do is try and time block as best I can. So if I've got meetings with the marketing team, then I'll try and schedule other marketing related or creative related meetings along with that. And then where I can't do that, at the very least in my day, I'll time block my meetings. So that at least I've got desk time, because too many times I'll have a meeting, you have half an hour, and you in between, and you think you're going to get all this stuff done, all this work done, and then you just don't, because you're kind of still processing the meeting or preparing for the next one. So I just figure it's better to just kind of do it one after the other, and then have a focused desk time block.
That's so clever.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I read about it somewhere, and I was like, that's a great idea, but it's been a really huge unlock for me.
Definitely. I think that's something that I'm going to try. I've never thought about it that way, to time block in terms of categories or context, so that you don't have to switch brains
so much. Yeah, I even find I do it with my like in my personal life with my appointments. So I really struggle with keeping track of, if you've got appointments dotted throughout the week. I find that really disruptive. So what I'll do is I'll just do all my appointments on the one day. So and then you don't have to worry about it for quite some time. I don't know if it's like hair, or if you've got to get go to the dentist or whatever, then it's all done in that day, and then you can just go about your life for the next few weeks.
What do you think is something about your job that people would be surprised to know? I imagine people may think of you in some Willy Wonka lab testing out different fragrances and textures. And is that what you do?
There's certainly an element to obviously product testing as part of my role. Probably what people underestimate is how hands-on I am in the business, and that I am across everything that happens, whether it's, something as like approving a invoice for a photographer to financial year planning. It's pretty broad, the scope, and you kind of flex quite greatly. So I think maybe that's what people might think, because we've got a team, that I might not be as involved within each team. But it's been really important for me to stay close to the team and what's happening day to day, which the travel, and that's part of the reason why I've had to cut back on the travel, because you just can't do that when you're traveling a lot.
Exactly.
So you kind of you don't have your finger on the pulse as much when you're abroad. So
absolutely. What did you do before Sundae?
So I've always been in marketing or branding, but my job right before I started Sundae, and actually a job that I thought I could continue doing and Sundae would be a little side hustle, was I was the digital director at a media buying agency. So my clients were Disney and TikTok. And ran all the digital media buying teams for those clients. So it was a really fun job. I really loved it. It was I was also part of the pitch team, so we pitched for new businesses, and
incredible.
I really loved that. It was really a really great job, and I genuinely thought that I could continue doing it along with Sundae, but I was so very wrong.
At what point did you go, okay, it's time to do Sundae 100%?
So before we'd even launched Sundae was that point, because
Really?
we got into Woolworths and Priceline.
Yeah.
So once we got into Woolworths and Priceline and I realised, oh, this is not like a little e-com business that I can just run on the side, that was when I had to make the call, which was a really scary moment because I'm actually quite risk adverse. And so I was I'm very risk adverse.
That's really surprising.
Yeah. It's changed over time since I've had the business. Obviously it has to. But at the start, I was very risk adverse and I was very much enjoying my stable monthly paychecks.
Yes.
So that leap was really challenging for me to get my head around. But yeah, when you get into majors like Priceline and Woolworths and you haven't even turned on your website, it's kind of like you either give it all or, you know, this is, it was a really good opportunity. So
did you have a contingency plan or a time frame that you thought, I'll give it this long? Or did you just know that it was going to work?
I just knew it was going to work.
Yeah.
Maybe not at the scale that it is now.
Yeah.
But I really believed in the brand and why I was creating it. And I really believed in creating joy in everyday moments.
Yeah.
And I really felt like that was, you know, if I could build a brand around that, that would be a brand that truly lasts and would connect with customers and people. And, you know, I certainly didn't foresee it getting to the point that it is now in so many countries and so many categories. But I did not have a backup plan because, I knew it would work in some way, shape or form.
Did you have a visual in your mind of who the customer would be?
So
that sounds a little creepy for a shower product, but that's not what I mean.
That's not even the creepiest thing.
Tell me, what is the creepiest thing?
I mean, people often start conversations with me with, so I was in the shower and I thought about you. And because they're obviously using Sundae, and so I've just gotten really used to that, just being like a shower thought for people. So what was the question again?
The question was around when you were about to launch the brand, did you have an idea of who the customer would be?
I want to say everyone because but
why not?
I know that is a real faux pas when you're building a brand, because you can't be everything to everyone. I know that. But I knew that joy can mean so many different things to different people. Yeah. So when I first started the brand, joy meant, for kind of your 25 to 44-year-old busy, was me basically. Yeah. Busy, working a lot. Yeah. And basically, you needed to find moments in your day that could kind of get you Monday to Friday without, falling in a heap at the end of the week. Yeah. So that was kind of the primary target audience that I had in mind. And then what happened after that was obviously joy for kids is like playtime in the bath. Yeah. Joy for mums is like just self-care when you've got 5 minutes in the shower. That's all the time that you have. So from there, the brand pivoted and we're actually quite broad reaching in who we speak to because, joy means different things to many different demographics. Yeah. And we've created the brand in a way that can communicate and kind of flex across the different demographics. So, we've got an adults range, we have a kids range, and we speak to anyone from grandma who's buying our products for gifting for their grandchildren to the kind of tweens that want to use our body washes or our body mists or anything like that.
What was the first scent that you wanted to create?
So the first, we actually created 4. So there was vanilla, very vanilla, juicy pear, there was orange crush and cherry on top.
Okay.
And it's funny because I didn't actually go in with a scent in mind. I went in with the colouring of a colourway in mind and then reverse engineered the scent from there. So because the kind of initial opportunity that I saw in the aisle was packaging and colour, it was really important to me that I had a bit of a rainbow on the shelf. And so when you walked past, it was pink green, a beige and an orange colour. And so that kind of was the start of the rainbow that we now call it. And that was so that we stood out on shelf, captured attention when people were walking past.
Yeah.
And then from there, it was just a lot of research in terms of, okay, the most popular fragrance or scents for the colour orange. and then the same thing with green. And then I kind of worked out the fragrances from there.
That's smart.
We're a lot more strategic now.
It's not just what you feel.
Yeah, it was, it's not quite, that back then it was very based on my gut and my intuition and, reverse engineering the fragrances to the colour of the cans. But now we're a lot more strategic in that we observe fragrance trends and see what's happening in the category.
You've also spoken about, what is it, scent layering?
Mm-hmm.
For anyone who's not sure, what is that?
So scent layering is where you basically create your very own unique, personalised scent combination or fragrance that you wear using 2 or 3 different fragrances, or in our case, body mists. So, there's a lot happening in consumers in that, everyone wants to be different. Everyone wants to make something feel like their own. And there's a lot of personalisation in the beauty category. And so what we did was we saw that as a real opportunity to bring that into body mists. And I think, there's a lot of body mists out there, but where our range is the only one that's specifically created to be layered, or we actually called them stacked. So scent stacking. Yeah.
Okay.
And so it means they all smell great on their own,
Yeah.
but they're actually designed, each and every one of them is designed to be layered or stacked.
What's your signature stack?
So mine's Garden Party, which is a really nice, like kind of fresh fragrance. And then on top of that, Mood Board, which is a bit citrusy.
Yeah.
So the two combined, I find that the Garden Party kind of lightens the scent of the Mood Board, that kind of fruity scent profile. So so I mean, it's not groundbreaking in that I feel like, we've all been layering in some respect, whether it's fashion, layering different items to create an outfit that feels uniquely you, or even in the home, you layer a blanket or a rug with a pillow.
Definitely.
And, you create a combination that's uniquely yours and reflects who you are. I think it's a real form of self-expression.
Definitely. Do you scent your home?
I don't, no. I mean, I have candles, but as in like a permanent fragrance that, like, when you walk into like the shops.
Oh, yeah. And it has a hotel lobby and it smells like that hotel.
I don't do that. But no, I do have candles. I have a lot of candles.
What do you like? What do you burn?
Honestly, anything kind of vanilla based, like just nothing too out there.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty basic when it comes to my candle preferences. It's like a vanilla or sometimes a jasmine.
Yeah.
I love a jasmine. Yeah.
Everything's coming back to baking. The vanilla and the scents that you have in Sundae, your KitchenAid. I love that. Is that something that brings you comfort? Or where does that love of baking come from?
I think my love of baking, I remember when I was doing it every day, probably in my early 20s. And I would come home from work. I was particularly interested in healthy kind of baking treats. So think like, nut-based cheesecakes, the really expensive stuff to make.
That costs a fortune.
And so I used that as a bit of an outlet from a busy day and like a kind of a way to wind down.
Yeah.
And I would do a different recipe every day and create my own recipes as well. That was also kind of rooted in, finding moments of joy every day. I mean, that was quite an exercise to come home and do.
Definitely.
But that's kind of how I kept sane during my work week.
Yeah.
And then I think I subconsciously brought a bit of that into Sundae in terms of like, how can we achieve that feeling but not have to buy, a bag of nuts, cook a whole meal or dessert item after you've just finished like a long work day.
More with Lizzie coming up, including what she's picking up from the supermarket. Now, I love to find out what people's preferences are in terms of products. And this is particularly interesting coming from a marketing expert, really. So I'm going to list some household products, and I want you to tell me what are the brands or the types that you always buy. So it's a bit of a supermarket shop.
Okay. All right.
So obviously your body wash will be
Sundae.
It's got to be Sundae.
It's got to be Sundae.
What do you wash your clothes in?
Fab.
Fab. Fab by name.
I don't know
Fab
why.
by nature.
You said that so surprisingly. Just fab.
Excellent.
But how good's the name?
Oh, you can't go wrong with a bit of fab.
Like, you can't say it without smiling. And I think that's probably why I buy it. Like, I don't really pay too much attention to the kind of fragrances or, you know, how the laundry detergent is, but I buy it because it's fab.
Well, how about in the kitchen? What do you wash your dishes with?
Morning Fresh.
Oh, again. We're going on a theme.
Oh my God, this is embarrassing.
No, it's excellent. Let's go into the pantry. Being a baker, do you have any go-to brands of flour or sugar or vanilla?
No, I don't have any preferences to brands on my flour. I just get I'm pretty sure I just get the home brand.
Yeah.
And do you know why I don't have a preference? Because I'm one of those people that empties them into containers that are labelled anyway.
Oh, this is brilliant.
Yeah, so I have my baking cupboard.
Yep.
And it's got they're clear containers with the white kind of snap tops.
Yeah.
And then cursive white labelling. And so it doesn't really matter what brand it is because it just goes into that container anyway. So that's what my pantry looks like. It's very organised.
Fantastic. I love that. Well, how about butter?
Oh, Western Star?
Oh.
It's the spreadable. It has to be spreadable.
That's a great butter.
Soft and spreadable.
Are you a bread person?
I love bread.
Do you go artisan or a supermarket buy?
Honestly, I just do a supermarket buy.
Yeah.
But they've got some really good brands in there now. Like I just remember, you know, like a few years ago, you wouldn't have been able to get sourdough at the supermarket,
exactly.
but you can now.
Yeah.
I think it's like a rustic brand or something. Anyway.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I love bread.
Well, now I want to ask some questions about how you live in your home. What's something that is always fresh in your home?
Milk. That's the only thing I can think of.
That's something you really want fresh.
I know. You don't want to. Yeah, you don't want off milk. No, that's my answer. I'm so sorry.
I think it's great. Fresh milk. Are you wear shoes on or shoes off home?
Off. Yeah. So I wear slippers but they're home slippers.
Yes.
Because for some reason I don't like walking around barefoot.
Yeah.
I don't like the feel. Maybe it's because there's dirt on the floor. I'm not sure. But I have to wear socks or slippers. But I always will take my outside shoes off at the door. It's just a habit from young.
So good. How about when you are burning candles, are you burning them all the time? Is it only for guests?
I used to do it only for guests.
Yeah.
And then I just ended up buying cheaper, bigger candles that I could use every day because, you know, you kind of splurge on a candle or you might get gifted a really, you know, expensive, nice candle and then you don't want to use it. So, no, I just ended up, I go to Kmart and I might just grab like one of those massive candles with like 4 wicks.
Yeah.
And then just light that.
Brilliant.
Every day, yeah.
What does your home sound like?
It sounds quiet. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or if in the absence of that, it might be music.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's never really a TV going. It'll either be music or just silence. Sounds a bit weird, actually.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I think, you know, when you're talking all day or you're with people all day, it's kind of just nice to just sit in silence.
Definitely. Just sit with your thoughts.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you a tidy person organised, or are you just shove everything in a cupboard and shut the door?
Yeah, I'm very, very tidy and organised. Everything has a place.
Have you always been that way?
Yeah, okay. I've always been that. So this is a funny story actually. Before I'd go to school, I would make my bed as a child growing up, and my parents had a running joke that because I would tidy everything in my room before I left for school. And they had a running joke, and they're like, "Oh, Miss Fussy's here." She's this third person that's in the room. And they're like, "Oh, Miss Fussy's here." So, yeah, I've always been very organised and neat, and everything has a place. And it has to be in the place before I leave so that when I come home, I don't have to tidy. It's just
calm.
Yeah, it's just calm. I just can relax.
So when our guests come over, they bring something. We ask for an item from the mystery drawer. It sounds like yours will have been selected from its designated place in the home. But what have you brought in?
I have brought my gumboots. So,
tell us why the gumboots, and explain for anyone who's listening and not watching, what do they look like?
Okay, so these are black knee-high gumboots. They're a little dirty, and I probably shouldn't be touching the bottom of them because I'm about to tell you where they've been. When I got Otis, my dog, I started taking him to a dog park, and it was a little ritual that I created twice a day, in the morning and in the afternoon, every day. And it's something that just brings me so much happiness to be at the dog park.
I can see you just look so happy right now.
I love it. And it's just been one of those things that no matter how chaotic my day is, I make sure that in the morning I get to the dog park, and in the afternoon I get to the dog park.
Yeah.
And I wear these gumboots every time because,
you never know what's in a dog park.
There's a lot in a dog park, which it makes me feel a little guilty that I've put them on your table. But yes, I wear these gumboots, whether it's summer, whether it's winter, at the dog park. I've become kind of well known for it amongst the dog park community. And I think I brought them because I think it's just such a good reminder that, happiness and joy can come from little moments in your day. And these gumboots have brought me a lot of joy over the years, and it's obviously very closely tied to my dog. But I didn't want to bring like a dog collar and be like, my dog. So I wanted to bring something that this is something literally I've worn. I wear these twice a day, every day, and it's just a little bookend moment to my day.
It is so lovely. And then thinking about when you return back home and you walk in the door, you're with Otis, what is it in your mind that makes your home beautiful?
So what makes my home beautiful, probably, it's not just one thing. It's a collection of all the things that kind of represent me.
Yeah.
And I think, your space and your home, it should give energy, back to you. And I think it should reflect who you are and be really personal to you. So
definitely.
I've definitely been really intentional about making my home like a, kind of as a form of self-expression for me. And I would say it's in every room there's something nostalgic, there's something playful, there's something that, came from a really great memory.
Yeah.
And I think it's like all those things combined that make my home a beautiful place for me.
That makes perfect sense. And I think that's such a lovely way to see your home, a collection of items and memories that's a reflection of you. Lizzie, thank you so much for joining me here at The Edit. It has been joyful, to use the term of the chat, a real joy chatting all things Sundae and you and Otis. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Otis will be thrilled that he got a mention in the podcast.
Shout out to
Otis. Thank you. It's been a lot of fun.
Thanks, Lizzie. That was Lizzie Binks, and I love how she adds structure to her days so the chaos can still happen, and how she embraces silence and sometimes a bit of music in her home to calm her mind. I also love how she absolutely embraces colour, from the products she creates to the furniture and pieces she fills her home with. Because, as she said, your home shouldn't be a copy and paste. It should be a reflection of you. Thanks for listening to The Edit. If you enjoyed this one, follow along and leave us a review. It genuinely helps more people find the show. I'm Elle Lovelock. We'll see you next time.
This is an R Media podcast.